Hello, this is Valerie Aiello, and you're listening to Idea Diary. Thanks for coming back to my office and hanging out. So today I finally got my Ingram Spark Hardcover 8.5 by 11 product in. So this will be the show merch. And I'll do a whole unveiling and everything once I get all my marketing pictures up and ready on the Amazon page. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do it because I want an Amazon brand section, a little special thing inside Amazon. So I believe they've opened that up to everybody. I want to make that. I want to get all my marketing pictures going. I'm going to put kind of static images inside Instagram and just in general cover all my bases on putting the little marketing bits all together. I've got to do a marketing video that I'm going to do one where I'm talking to the camera, which will be super embarrassing, but I'm going to make it probably a few times, and then I'm going to make a video that's just kind of like a commercial with a voiceover or an actor or something. So we'll see how it all pans out. Although in the past, I have used Ingram Spark before to print books that I was pretty happy with. It was high enough quality as a print-on-demand product that I didn't feel weird selling it. I didn't feel like it was bad. I felt like it was the best that I could do. I had to use a print-on-demand service to publish the books, which I feel like even now the major companies seem to be doing print on demand. As far as just seems to be a shift. It does seem like a smarter business plan where you don't have to print 1,000 books and then it sits in a storage unit and then you've got to ship them all out separately. The print on demand system is just zero waste, zero storage rental, zero waste, I guess, on that end to where you might have to rent an extra room or have an extra building to hold all your product. You don't have to do that. It's print on demand. Someone buys it, it magically goes to the internet and prints inside the machine, which is called, I always forget the name of the machine, lightning something, whatever it is. Goes to the machine, prints the book, puts it in a package, ships it from the print shop. It's amazing. You don't have to spend money on envelopes and gas and going to the post office, or you can have the postman pick up packages at your house or something. But anyways, I don't want to do any of that. When I think of Etsy or businesses like that where you have to ship all your stuff and you have to have all the product in your house, I just feel like I've done that for so long. The print-on-demand aspect of businesses is just magical, and especially for books, because I feel like some people buy books to read and to maybe throw away or never see again. So they might buy a $8, $12 book, read it, and then maybe give it to a friend or let it sit on a shelf until someday they throw it away or donate it to a library or something. But then there's those other type of people that want a nice book that looks great on a coffee table or great on a bookshelf. So I've kind of made a product that's a book that you can use, and it's going to be kind of also book decor in a way, because I really wanted to do the hardcover, which makes it a little bit of an expensive product. But I'm thinking of it in a way that, sure, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's also book decor. It's not just something like a spiral workbook that you're going to fill out once and throw it away. This is kind of like an organizational archive system that I've created, and it goes with the show, but there's overall a bigger product launch that goes with this book, but this particular product is kind of show merch in a way. Like I said, it all makes sense eventually, but I just did want to tell everybody because I'm so in love with the hardcover Ingram Spark product. I just can't believe it. I chose matte, so a lot of times you might choose glossy because it maybe seem more glossy and professional, but just from seeing people talk online about how they prefer their hardcovers to be matte, I just went with a matte, and I love it. It's like almost like velvet. I can't believe how cool it is. The one thing bad about Ingram Spark is that their pages are not the thickest weight of paper. Even though they're super white, it still looks cool. It's just not the thickest. If I had it my way, I would have like watercolor paper, real artist paper inside whatever book that I was creating, because I'm a super fan of books that you can write in and just workbooks in general. I always love them. I remember being in elementary school and my neighbor, her parents would always buy her these educational workbooks as toys. And I was always so jealous. I wanted to have the educational workbooks, but my parents would just buy me regular toys, not the educational ones. But I just remember being so jealous of that. So anyway, I guess that might be where my creating workbook obsession comes from, is just this early elementary school kind of fun that would come from the idea of buying a bunch of pens or buying a bunch of markers and getting highlighters and getting paints and all the stuff, and then getting a workbook that you could work in. And so I guess that's kind of the products that I'm making will be workbooks, organizational system, book decor kind of stuff. I feel like you can get messy in there, but it almost is a book in a way, or a workbook in a way, that you might fill out and you might want to keep it neat. You can't use the super sharp pointed Sharpies. I wouldn't think would be the best idea because of the paperweight. I might have to go back to the drawing board. Not totally, but I might have to go back and get the thicker paper, which is a substantially higher cost, using Ingram Spark. I'm not sure totally why. I've sent an email to them asking them if I could have the black and white insides with the thicker paper. I'm sure the answer is no, or else they would make it that available. So the bad news is that this will be $25 when it's ready and all that stuff. So this will be $25 if you were to buy it on Amazon. So I'm going to try to keep it at that $25 range and try to get the fancier paper. But the problem with the fancier paper option that's a little bit thicker, that is printing in full color. So if you know anything about printing, print on demand using Ingram Spark, it's just so much more expensive to do a hardcover and color. It's almost unreasonable. I feel like if I can get that wholesale price down as low as possible, which I guess I've asked a couple people inside a self-publishing group how low I can go to still get Amazon to sell my product as far as wholesale discount. So basically the printer gets a cut, the seller gets a cut, so Amazon for example, and then I get whatever is left over. Basically the only way I can wiggle down the price is getting that wholesale discount to Amazon as low as possible. And I'm sort of okay with that. If it was like a real bookstore, I'd feel bad giving them a really bad wholesale discount, and they probably wouldn't even buy it if they couldn't get at least 40-50% wholesale discount. Their preferred thing is 55% wholesale discount. We'll see. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm going to try to go as low as I can go. I'm going to try to get the more premium paper choice, because my whole motto right now is done is better than perfect, which I'm sure annoys perfectionists, but I really wanted to make it, and this is what we've got going now. It's definitely sellable and really cool, but I do want to get that premium paper. So I'm going to work on that. I might have to reload artwork. It might end up being a full color book, which is the price will just have to be more expensive to even make it worth it. I mean, I think it's like $16 to print a full color hardcover book. It's kind of crazy. And that's why I think when you do get into the idea that you know your book's gonna sell, then maybe it is worth it to go ahead and buy that super big bulk order of 500, 1,000, 10,000, whatever it is. And you will get a decent price on a hardcover, full color book if you do it that way, to where you can actually get a profit. In the meantime, I'm a small fry in the publishing world. It's just me. I got to go with what I can go with to actually have something exist in the world. However, I'm so happy with the hardcover look and the feel and the quality. It's so gorgeous that the paper not being perfect in the meantime, or not being exceptional, I would say, in the meantime, I think that's okay. I think this is really going to get the ball rolling, and I'm going to work on that paper upgrade. So I will be letting everyone know as I publish and release and market this product, and I'm going to hopefully give sales information once I actually start getting sales. We'll see. It's sort of like the YouTube analytics. It seems so small and tiny and insignificant and kind of dumb, I guess, to even have an episode about sharing the analytics. But I really want to archive what can happen just starting from nothing, and if it's possible, to create something huge. I guess that's the goal. I just have a really great feeling about the future and the shift that's happening in the world, even though it's scary and it's really hard for some people. I think overall, you can create something out of nothing, and there are no more gatekeepers. Being proud of yourself and being able to achieve things starts today. So it might not happen overnight, but if you have a plan or something you've never tried before, it's time to start and get to it and see what you can do, because I think big things are going to happen for everyone that goes for it. I think tomorrow we're going into the weekend already, which feels insanely fast. I swear, after that 15th of the month hits, it's just flying. It's crazy. It's crazy that January is already almost over. It's a little bit more of a snail's pace than I wanted January to go, but I definitely see things incrementally getting more awesome and getting things done every day. So I'm good with it. It's all happening in some way, shape, or form. Anyway, I guess that's the end of the show. I still don't know how to end the show, so I'm just going to play the music.